No, it's the boring one.
This is all the resolutions that we have to pass in order to operate as a town.
Yeah,
So
next year.
next meeting has more general business.
Us.
We go for lunch?
Our
Yep. We probably should have him come in here because Dan didn't want him out. I think take a bit. We have a nice down here for Steve.
right.
We just lost our interpreter, Cam. No.
it's not. That's possible.
Craig, could you check the cable on that camera?
My seat's very short. I feel tiny. You want to trade? I was looking at that one over there, but I don't know. I'll just stick with it now. The chairs always get shuffled around a little bit.
Yeah,
There we go.
Right, you ready? Good afternoon and welcome to the Friday, January 2nd, 26th meeting of the Henrietta Town Board. This is our organizational and regular meeting agenda. Please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Sifranek,
Here.
Councilmember Owens, here, Supervisor Schultz.
Here. We'll begin with a silent prayer followed by the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from the preceding meetings?
Mr. Supervisor, I make a motion to accept the minutes from the December 10th, 2025 Town Board meeting.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing and seeing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Sifranek,
Abstain.
Councilmember Owens,
Abstain.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye. So what we started doing a few years ago is rather than go through all 59 resolutions, we've grouped a number of them into motions. And the idea being if we pass the motion for those related resolutions, they all are appointed or all included. After we do motion one, well, go ahead and make the first motion. I'll do it during the comment for motion one.
Okay. Supervisor Schultz and fellow board members, I motion to approve resolutions 1-1 through 1-7 of 2026 to extend designated officers, appointed officers, and engage attorneys for the town.
Second.
Okay, because we have somebody in the audience, I am going to read one of the resolutions inside of this motion. If I can find it. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's just the officers. I think it's in the subsequent one where we do boards. Yep, I'm sorry. It's a subsequent one. A little bit later. Okay. Any other comment regarding any of the motions or any of the resolutions within motion one? Then hearing and seeing none, please call the roll. What?
I just want to make a quick,
Hold on.
I'm sorry, want to make a quick comment on the attorney for employment services.
Yep.
Just want to make it known that I have worked opposite this attorney. And I just want to make it known that I do have a relationship outside here with his firm.
But I seem to recall that you said he did a very good job, even though he was on the other
He
side.
was on he's always been on the other side for the last 20 years from
Yeah.
me. And so, yes. And he does a good job.
All right, thank you. Okay, now call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Safranek,
Aye.
Councilmember Owens,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Mr. Supervisor and fellow board members, I have motion to approve resolutions number 1-8 through and 1-9 of 2026 to authorize interfunds and purchase limits.
Christine,
Second. Oh, second.
any questions, comments? Hearing and seeing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Safranek,
Aye.
Councilmember Owens,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Motion 3, to approve resolution numbers 1-10 and 1-11 of 2026 to adopt town board rules and points of order.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing and seeing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Safranek,
Aye.
Councilmember Owens,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Mr. Supervisor and fellow town board members, I'd like to make motion number 4 to approve resolution numbers 1-12 through 1-14 of 2026 to establish town business hours, holidays, and recreation center policies.
Second. Any discussion? Hearing and seeing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Safranek,
Aye.
Councilmember Owens,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye. Fellow board members, I have motion number 5 to approve resolutions 1-15 through 1-25 of 2026 to appoint or reappoint board members and to appoint chairpersons and liaisons for the boards, commissions, and committees.
Second.
So as I mentioned, I would like to read one in particular. Whereas the term of Timothy Harrington, Zoning Board of Appeals member expired as of December 31st, 2025, and whereas Beth Mosworth resigned from the Zoning Board of Appeals, leaving an unexpired term, and whereas Timothy Harrington and Sarah Stevens are qualified residents of the town of Henrietta and wish to serve on the Zoning Board of Appeals, therefore be it resolved that Timothy Harrington be reappointed to the Henrietta Zoning Board of Appeals for a 7-year term effective January 1st, 2026 and expiring December 31st, 2032. Be it further resolved that Sarah Stevens be appointed to the Henrietta Zoning Board of Appeals for the remainder of a 7-year term effective January 1st, 2026 and expiring December 31st, 2029. So congratulations. Any other comments on this motion?
I just want to say, I do appreciate all of the work and the volunteer hours that all of our board members put in, to helping our town be effective. It's always so very appreciated that so many people are willing to step forward and serve.
Here, here.
I would also like to comment that, this year it seemed, as in years past, but this year especially, it seemed like we had a lot of interest, which is great in these positions and a lot of great candidates in these positions. So it wasn't an easy decision on any of them, but it was, it's good that we're getting people interested in it.
Yeah, I'll agree. Well, obviously, we've had a lot of good candidates every year,
Yeah.
this year especially. It's the number of them. We had 7 strong candidates for both zoning board and planning board, each with only essentially a single opening. So tough decision, but some individuals really stood out. So thank you again for your willingness to serve. Any other comments? Hearing and seeing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Sofranic,
Aye.
Councilmember Owens,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Fellow board members, I have motion number 6 to approve the resolution 1-26 and 1-27 of 2026 to approve the commercial crime coverage policy and appoint the insurance broker.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing and seeing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Sofranic,
Aye.
Councilmember Owens,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Mr. Supervisor and fellow board members, I have motion number 7 to approve resolutions number 1 through 28 through 1-31 of 2026 to adopt a guide and hiring procedure for department heads and appointed board members, approve training and adopt salary schedules.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing and seeing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Sofranic,
Aye.
Councilmember Owens,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Fellow board members and Mr. Supervisor, motion 8 to approve resolutions numbers 1-32 and 1-33 of the 2026 to designate official newspapers and banks.
Second.
The initials have changed. We have 2 people with MS initials, so she's now MZ. I will just note that our finance director whittled down the number of official town banks, because I swear we listed every bank in town at one point, which was silly because we certainly don't want to use every bank in town. So we do have some spares in there still, but it's more the banks we would likely use. So other than that, rest is about the same. Any other questions, comments? Hearing and seeing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Sofranic,
Aye.
Councilmember Owens,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Mr. Supervisor, fellow town board members, I'd like to make motion number 9 to approve resolutions 1-34 through 1-39 of 2026 to adopt financial policies, mileage rates, and payments approved prior to audit.
Second. This one's always a challenge because the question is the IRS going to get the travel rate out in time to put it in the resolution? So fortunately it came out. So any questions or comments? Hearing and seeing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Sofranic,
Aye.
Councilmember Owens,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye. Fellow board members, I have motion number 10 to approve resolutions 1-40 through 1-45 of 2026. Call for inventories, adopt property access, IT, and records management policies, and accept a highway agreement.
Second.
Any comments, questions? Hearing and seeing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Sofranic,
Aye.
Councilmember Owens,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz and fellow board members, I have motion 11 to approve resolution 1-46 through 1-53 of 2026 to authorize professional service providers for the town.
Second.
One of the things for a lot of them, especially any ones that have to do with construction or, related services, we name two. So that way, if one of those companies is working on a project, we can use the other one so that we're not facing a conflict of interest. So you'll see a number of these that, like I said, there's generally two for each of the different types of services. Any questions or comments? Hearing and seeing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Farley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Sofranic,
Aye.
Councilmember Owens,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye. That concludes our organizational meeting resolutions, and now we will start our general business resolutions.
Mr. Supervisor and fellow board members, I have resolution 1-54, 2026 to approve and or ratify the following agreements.
Second.
Any discussion? And so I'll just mention this for our new addition. So basically, these are agreements that are under $10,000, so that the individual agreement doesn't need specific board approval, but all agreements and resolutions should be approved by the board. So either some of them, they wait till the approval. Others, if they're time sensitive, will approve them and ratify them. So that's why it says approve and or ratify. So any other questions, comments? Hearing and seeing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Farley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Sofranic,
Aye.
Councilmember Owens,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Fellow board members, I have resolution 1-55, 2026 to authorize bills payable and any associated contracts or agreements for December 23rd, 2025 through today, January 2nd, 2026.
Second.
James.
Do we have a schedule for those for this year for the bills payable?
We do.
Okay.
You can get that from Becky.
Okay.
I will just note that two of the larger inclusions in this list of bills payable. It's our contract lease payment for Schedule 2 of the LED lighting project, so that's $110,000. And then it's our 2026 workers' compensation insurance, including the 2026 estimated assessment. That's about $109,000. So those are two of the larger bills included in here. Any other questions, comments? Hearing and seeing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Farley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Sofranic,
Aye.
Councilmember Owens,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Mr. Supervisor, fellow town board members, I have resolution 1-56, 2026 to call for a public hearing for proposed local law to amend Henrietta Town Code procurement policy in order to update the policy for purchases not requiring competitive bidding and to otherwise further clarify and update the policy.
Second. So a couple things for the smaller dollar amounts where as you get to the larger dollar amounts, you have to go out and get 3 written quotes. Well, that threshold with inflation is at a level that is too low for it's tough to get those people to respond to those quotes. So a lot of times the vendors know who the lowest is and they just don't want to be bothered providing a quote. It just makes it tough. As you start to get into the larger dollar amounts, even if they suspect they may not be the lowest, it's at least worth their time in case they somehow become the lowest. So, but like I said, especially for the $1,000, it's really tough to get 3 people to give a written quote. So we still encourage people hopeful to get as many quotes as possible, but like I said, to require them to be written, responses, that's tough. So that's one of the big things this is updating. And then we also wanted to make sure, because there was some clarification with regards to what other contracts we can use. There are other contracts like Sourcewell, but they have to be the ones that are competitively bid in order for us to use them. So, any other questions? So again, we're just calling for the public hearing for the local law will be voted on at the next meeting. And hearing and seeing nothing further, please call the roll.
Councilmember Farley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Sofranic,
Aye.
Councilmember Owens,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye. Fellow board members, I have resolution 1-57, 2026 to authorize the advertisement of bids for the Department of Public Works HVAC services for various town facilities.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Hearing and seeing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Farley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Sofranic,
Aye.
Councilmember Owens,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Fellow board members, I have resolution 1-58, 2026 to make appropriate budget transfers to the 2025 adopted budget.
Second.
Any discussions, questions, comments? Hearing and seeing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Farley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Sofranic,
Aye.
Councilmember Owens,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye.
Mr. Supervisor and fellow board members, I have a final resolution tonight, resolution number 1-59, 2026 to hire personnel and make the attached changes.
A second.
Any questions or comments? Hearing and seeing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Farley,
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford,
Aye.
Councilmember Sofranic,
Aye.
Councilmember Owens,
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz.
Aye. Do we have any committee or miscellaneous reports from the board?
No, sir.
Good night.
For those who had not heard, we did receive, we were awarded the $3.2 million pro housing grant for Fair Avenue extension, as well as a cul-de-sac for 20 affordable homes. So that project, we've started the paperwork for that project. Basically, it's to extend Fair Avenue all the way out to East Henrietta Road, so south and East Henrietta Road. It will connect opposite Valiant. We're going to take a look at with the New York State DOT whether it qualifies for a light there. There is funding for the light to be installed if they do approve it. We'd also be putting the light in at Hawkins. In addition, we're going to be moving a sewer main that currently bisects 3 parcels, making them difficult to develop. And so we're going to move those into the right of way for the new road, and that will open those parcels up for development. One of which we're working with the Rochester Cornerstone Group to make it affordable, possibly. So we haven't fully determined yet whether it's going to be affordable senior, affordable working family, or perhaps one building of each. And then the others will be privately developed. The property owners have agreed to essentially, they will dedicate the right of way to us, because obviously this makes their property more valuable. So we're not paying for the easements or right of ways to put this in, but this is part of the governor's initiative to try to increase additional housing because of the rising costs of housing in New York State. The idea being the more housing out there, the more competitive the market, the lower the housing prices will be. So,
Is the potential purchase of the Dome Arena, is that whether or not that goes through, is that going to impact that particular housing grant or?
it doesn't affect this grant. They are separate, but we are still trying to pursue for those who had not heard. Well, I think I mentioned it previously. There was not a single BRICS grant approved anywhere in the Finger Lakes region. With the way they put the scoring together, it was heavily weighted to downstate. As you can imagine, some of the upstate legislators, including Senator Jeremy Cooney, who was here this afternoon, we're not too happy about that. So they're working on getting additional funding for the Finger Lakes region. When they'd read the proposal, they liked ours best. So hopefully they'll be able to get that one done. I also reached out to Empire State Development and pointed out that you've got this big initiative for more housing, which is great. And you've got this pro-housing community status, which requires 3% growth. That's the stick. Either you have 3% growth or you don't get any of these funds, but they didn't also make it a carrot. We don't get any additional points for having 11% growth when there are no other towns in the area that have double-digit growth. So, and since the 2010 census, we've grown 17%. We don't get any additional points for that. What you do, you get additional points for our economic, what do they call it? Environmental justice areas, qualified census tracts, things like that. When you look at our census tracts, the threshold is 50% or below the median income. We have like 48 and 49% in some of these tracts. They all just, unfortunately, and I say it's fortunate for the people living here. It's unfortunate from these grants is that we only have one qualified census tract in the entire town of Henrietta, even though we have one of the broadest diversities of income of most of the towns in the area. The thing is, we're all spread out and mixed homogeneously. We don't concentrate the poor people into one area, which you see in some towns.
And that's the way it's supposed to be, is you want to have it.
You want to have them
Yeah.
mixed. It's the better approach, and yet the way they do this grant funding. So I pointed that out to them, and actually the individual who is responsible for Empire State Development in this region agreed 100%. In fact, he said when they first proposed this, they wanted there to be points for growth, but they decided to just make it a threshold initially. So hopefully that will help with the decision to say, hey, we should be rewarding these towns
Right.
that are coming through on the growth, because there's a lot of towns that still won't do the growth.
Right.
They, one of the things we hear all the time is NIMBY, not my backyard. We also hear this mentality that now that my house is built, we don't need any other development in town. And when it really kills me is when it's like a 4-stage development.
Yeah.
And the people from stages 3 are complaining about the development of stage 4. And it's like, well, your houses wouldn't be here without that development. So
And it happens a lot.
yeah. So, we work hard to try to place where these developments can go and where the infrastructure is there and where it can handle it. Water, sewer, roads, sidewalks, whole 9 yards. This area is town center. If you go all the way back to our 2011 update of the comprehensive land use plan, it's been talking about this, and we finally starting to pull it together, and this will actually complete that vision for the town center by putting it there.
That's great.
The great thing about it being is that location for affordable is it's on a bus loop. It's walking distance to the library, to the rec center, to the park, to Wegmans, to the drugstores. It's a perfect location for that. And it's not in anyone's backyard. So hopefully we'll get that grant funding, that additional grant funding and go from there. But we're obviously going to keep our DPW crews busy. So it's a good amount of road construction. So
Yeah. That's great news.
anything else? Do we have anything from the public? Then hearing and seeing none, I make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
Hearing no objections, meeting adjourned.